Premiere Pro, my go-to software for video editing. So here's how to use it like a god. Ciao ragazzo! So the point of this video isn't to give you like a Premiere Pro 101 9-hour tutorial going from start to finish how to use this software and everything that's in it. I genuinely couldn't think of anything worse. The way that I learn is I have a specific video idea which spawns in my mind, and I then go and scour the internet to find tutorials on how to make that idea. And then over time, all the information I've collected from doing tons of videos compiles, and all of a sudden I make links with knowledge where I didn't make links before, and all of a sudden I can edit like a god. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 4 simple, spicy tips, hacks, tricks, which will help you make better videos. If this video catches on, we might do a part 2. Part 2, we like part 2, we like part 1, we have part 2. Part 2 is up to you. So the first technique is one that I call auto chop. Whenever you film a long video like I'm doing right now, the last thing you want to do is import that big ass clip onto the timeline and manually chop every if you're Spanish, and remove them manually. No. This is not good, it's not nice, and it's a waste of time. But what you want to do is come into Premiere Pro and come to captions and graphics. No. Click on the panel drop down here, and we want to come to captions and graphics. Once you're in this panel, make sure you have the clip selected that you want to chop, cut, and obliterate, and come to the text section here. On transcript, if you haven't already, transcribe the sequence. Then click this little funnel thing up here, and you can select pauses or filler words. So just for the example of this video, here is my big block of text. I'm going to select pauses. It will then analyze the clip without us having to do anything. How good is that? And then you have the option to delete them. You have other options in there as well. You can lift them. I don't know why you want to do that. I just delete them. Gone. Sayonara. Adios, amigos. Hasta la vista, baby. My Arnold Schwarzenegger needs improving. And just like that, you've probably saved yourself 3 days of work. Not bad for a couple of clicks, if you ask me. Numero dos. It's a really simple one, but it's an absolute game changer in Premiere Pro. Before this, you kids just don't even know how hard it was. But it is the audio remix tool. There's nothing more annoying than finding the perfect song for a video, and you've got your B-roll in place and the audio underneath it, and just when you think you've got it perfect, some heinously loud vocals kick in and ruin the video. Well, fear not, there's a means, because the wizards in Premiere Pro have a solution. All you need to do is click and hold on this until you have the remix tool come up, and then literally just drag out the audio that you want to extend, and the AI wizards will extend it. What it does here is it keeps the beat really well. I used it in my last video, literally for like the final minute of the video, because the song just wasn't songing. I love this thing. Kissing chefs. Chefs are kissed. I don't know what they think about it, but they are being. Oh, baby. Number 3. Now, earlier on, we did the audio auto chop. Well, we're now going to do the video auto chop. Say you've exported a video before and you want to go back into that video and clip out all of the best B-roll, which you've already edited, you've graded, you've added the text, the works, mate. Last thing you want to do is bring the old clump onto the timeline and chop through it. No. We don't have to do this. What we can do instead is drop the bad boy on the timeline. Make sure that we have the clip selected. Come up to the top here, click clip, and then come down to scene edit detection. Scene edit detection. Once we clip that, I just have one of these ticked, the apply a cut at each detected cut point. I don't create a bin. I don't create a clip marker. I don't see the point. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Hasta luego. And just like that, choppity chop, 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 all of those clips are cut into place. Delicious. Number 4, final, and my favorite, is adding some audio spice. Shout out to my friend Carl Pritchard, who actually showed me these tricks, aka Monte Carlo. His channel is linked in the description. There's so much you can do with audio. Audio will take your video to another stratosphere. And to make huge improvement, you actually don't need to do a huge amount. Let me show you examples. Now, this tip is broken down into multiple parts. The first thing I want to show you is just called tailing off. This is these little drag features on clips in Premiere Pro. All you do is click them and drag them in, and it'll tail off the audio volume. What this does is it removes pops from your video. Sometimes with a jump cut, if you're transitioning from one clip to another, you get that pop. And also if you've got a sound effect or a song which finishes too abruptly, it can sound a little bit weird. So just drag these in and you get that tail off and it's really clean. The second thing is actually cutting audio. When you're making a video, don't just have one long bit of music across the whole video with no breaks in it at all. We need changes in pace when we're editing. And to emphasize dramatic or comedy points in a video, you can silence the audio altogether, obviously not your speaking. It creates these dramatic pauses for comedic timing. So whenever you've got a punchline, something important, cut the music for that section. The next tip is risers, hits, and whooshes. Risers, hits, and whooshes will basically be like 80% of your sound design. They emphasize dramatic points. You see, you thought I was going to say something really important there, but I didn't, because I used a riser and I used a hit. Man's a wizard. And they also just add way more depth to your video. For example, the intro to this video, watch it without sound design. And now with it. See what I mean? Difference is through the roof, mate. The next tip is, if in doubt, low pass it out. If you don't know what a low pass is, basically it does this to the audio. It makes it all muffly and like it's underwater. It helps with transitions. For example, once again, let's look at the intro to this video. Once I go through the screen, you'll hear that the audio in the background gets muffled. It signifies that we have moved into a different realm. Another way that this can be used is if something is too harsh. So if a sound effect is too harsh, or if the music's too harsh in the background, just add a low pass to it and it will make it more subtle. To do it, you just come to the effects tab, search low pass, drag it on, and I just use the preset setting that's on there. And now the final tip is, don't be afraid to use an echo. For the third time, let's refer to the intro of this video. So here's how to use it like a god. Notice how the echo tail off at the end just makes it more epic. Exhibit B. What it does is it gives you a break to reset the tempo of your video instead of just using a hard chop. What you want to do is choose an audio track to have the echo on. And then you want to come up to the audio track mixer, and right on the left-hand side, they have this very annoyingly placed FX drop down. Make sure that you're on the audio track that you want to edit. Don't do it on the wrong track, otherwise everything will be echoing and it'll be really annoying. You want to click on the drop down at the top and you want to select reverb, then studio reverb. Then what you want to do is double click again on studio reverb at the top and set the preset to Great Hall. And now any audio that's on that track will have an echo. And that, my friend, is very spicy. See you in the next one.